Right now I'm the happiest I've ever been. My path to where I am today was kind of circuitous. I wouldn't have been able to predict it. I was born in 1953, the youngest of four in my family. I have two brothers and a sister, all older. I was born in a hospital in Waverly, New York, and we lived in a town called Candor, which is just south of Ithaca, so I'm accustomed to the kind of topography and the weather in Hamilton. It's pretty similar to where I grew up. I first came to Hamilton as a Colgate student. I originally thought I wanted to be an engineer and enrolled in a pre-engineering program, but soon realized that my passion remained with music. When I graduated from Colgate with a major in music, I didn't really know what I could do. I hoped to find a way to become a performing folk singer, a musician, but I had no idea how to do it. I took a job as a singing waiter, and then I decided to pursue more acting work. For a couple of years, I worked short-term jobs at theater companies or as a singing waiter in a resort or a restaurant. When I met my first wife, I decided I wanted to be married, and so, I needed a real job. I had worked summers in my dad's engineering office, and I had some skill and experience as a draftsman, so I got a job as a draftsman in 1977 at an architectural firm. But I was still always thinking, someday I'll either get into music or become a music teacher. And I thought, I can be a darn good music teacher, but I'd never be a great architect. When a local music teacher position opened up as a temporary full-time substitute, I took it. It didn't take very long for me to realize that was not the career for me, so I went back to the architectural firm. Eventually, my first wife and I ended up separating, and I tried the teaching profession again, but ultimately went back again to architecture. And while working, I still kept up with my music hobby. I was considering getting my master's in music so that I could be a better teacher before I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do that. Anyway, the church I went to had a substitute organist who I wanted to accompany me for my audition. And she's now my current wife, Sarah. I didn't end up getting accepted into the master's program, but we did end up moving back to Hamilton when she got hired here as a Colgate professor. And then I went to work for a local firm and ended up working for an architectural firm in Manlius. After the birth of our child, Tayward, I decided to begin my own independent firm so I could prioritize my family and work from home and not worry about commuting. Starting my own business was one of the best decisions I ever made. It was very satisfying because I'm the only employee and I get to make every decision, and I'm involved with every project every step of the way. Plus, I have the satisfaction of meeting the needs and solving the problems of my clients at a reasonable cost that is much lower than larger architectural firms could do. I also have many good opportunities to pursue my music for fun, which has made my life now at this later stage most satisfying. I sing regularly with an elite choral group in Syracuse, the Syracuse Vocal Ensemble, and I sing with an a cappella group here in town, very much like the Colgate 13. I play folk music almost every weekend with friends, and it helps that my wife and son are also musicians. Community helps keep music active in my life. The main thing is I really didn't establish a plan and stick to it and figure out where I was going to go when I was young. I had ideas and basically kind of made my way along what worked for me at the time. I've been lucky enough to come to a place where I'm very satisfied with where my life has ended up now, both in terms of my work and feeling like I made a useful contribution along with my hobby for music. I could never have predicted I would end up exactly where I am, but it's worked out well.